From the Last Stop Studios and the Last Stop CD Shop, you're watching the White Wall Sessions Classic. On tonight's classic episode, Union Grove Pickers, Michael Ralt, the Claudettes, and Tough Roots. White Wall Sessions Classic is presented by Last Stop CD Shop, something for everyone in the family at your one-stop entertainment shop. White Wall Sessions Classic is sponsored by Workplace IT Management, the evolved approach to IT. Bell Incorporated, the face of packaging innovation. Ben's Brewing Company. Good people drink Ben's beer. J. Rick Music, custom string instruments, sales, service, and rentals. Here are your classic hosts, Dan Schaefer and Steve Zastro.
Hi, and welcome to White Wall Sessions Classic. I'm Dan Schaefer.
And I'm Steve Zastro. Thanks for joining us. As we have mentioned before, White Wall Sessions started as a simple Facebook project. So how did we get from that simple project to where we are today?
When the management at Kello TV got a word of what we were up to, they saw potential for a television show and approached us about producing a year's worth of episodes.
We said yes and have produced 26 original half-hour episodes every year since then, over 180 in total. We have welcomed over 350 acts to our stage. Today, White Wall Sessions is broadcast throughout all of North and South Dakota over the air, and we have a large cable presence in Minnesota, Iowa, and Missouri. Each week, White Wall Sessions runs over 20 times within our broadcast reach.
Since our first ratings in December of 2013, White Wall Sessions has been at the top of our time slot. The last few years, White Wall Sessions has dominated all other programming. We will be back with Jay Huizenga, Vice President and General Manager of Kettleland Media Group, to talk about what he originally saw in the project and how it led us to where we are today.
Promotional items for the White Wall Sessions provided exclusively by Minuteman Press, downtown Sioux Falls. Mention the White Wall Sessions for a 10% discount.
For over 100 years, Bell Incorporated has been an innovative leader in the packaging industry and has been proud to call Sioux Falls home. Bell Incorporated has a long history of supporting grassroots organizations in Sioux Falls that help drive the culture that defines our community. We believe a strong creative culture is essential to any thriving community and enhances our happiness and quality of life. Bell Incorporated is proud to be a community sponsor of the White Wall Sessions.
Well, we obviously get asked by people what we think makes us different and frankly why they should do business with us. And I think it's one of the easier questions we get asked, and it's really our culture. And our culture is defined by our values, trust, and teamwork. And that's what makes it different. It makes us better communicators, it makes us better decision makers, and overall it makes us a better service provider in an area where people maybe aren't always used to having very positive customer experiences. I believe it's our culture that sets Workplace apart and is our true competitive advantage.
Can't this thing load any faster?
Ugh, I'm so bored.
I'm so frustrated and angry.
This is making me sad.
This used to be my family until our doctor prescribed Last Stop CD Shop. Now we are much happier.
Last Stop CD Shop is for everyone. Side effects may include a warm, fuzzy feeling, spontaneous smiling, and overall happiness. Talk to your doctor if you decide to stop going to Last Stop, as it may result in sudden boredom. For best results, visit Last Stop Daily.
I'm joined by Jay Huizenga, Vice President and General Manager of Kettleland Media Group. Welcome, Jay.
Dan, thanks a lot. I'm glad to be here. It's pretty exciting for me.
Great. Well, you know, initially this was your idea to have an over-the-air program. So what was it that you saw in us that made you think that we could pull this off?
I love music, so I really wanted to enjoy more live music. And one night when I was watching our newscast, and Perry Groten, our reporter, was doing a story about this new thing that was on Facebook called the White Wall Sessions. So I watched the whole thing, and I looked at my wife and I said, why can't we do that on Kello? So I gave Jeff a call. I've known him, in the business for a while, and I said, let's get together. I've got an idea. We'll see if we can do something with it. So we met, and he went back, talked to a few people, thought about the production of it, made a deal, and we've been with Whitewall Sessions ever since in exactly the same time period, Saturday nights at 10:30.
That's us.
Yeah.
Even since the beginning, our ratings have been good. Is that common for a locally produced program?
There are other locally produced programs that do pretty well, but what was so uncommon about this was that we were going up against a network show. You know, Saturday Night Live's on at 10:30 on Saturday nights. So I looked at this as like a great opportunity to find a new audience, music lovers for one thing. And so we kicked it off, and the ratings were really good right away. The last 4 years, we've seen the numbers continue to grow each year. And the season, first 6 months of 2020, when a lot of people were home watching and stuff, has been the highest rated season that Whitewall Sessions has had. And more importantly, of locally shown programs at that time, they're garnering about 65% of the audience that's on. That's what the figures show right now. So it's the best year is the current year that we've been in the first 6 months of 2020.
Well, Jay, thanks for all you've done. And congratulations. We hear you're retiring from the broadcast business after 40 years.
That's right. I just announced my retirement, and one of my proudest moments has been discovering Whitewall Sessions. And I say that with all sincerity because when you get a chance to see a local program get started and continue and going to be on a long time after I'm gone, I'm really looking forward to a lot more years of Whitewall Sessions.
Well, great. Thanks for everything you've done, Jay.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Why don't you take this one?
Thanks, Dan. Tonight's first guests are great friends of the show and have provided us with many great songs over the years. I'm a real fan of the Union Grove Pickers. They're a 5-piece folk, Americana, and bluegrass group who came together in 2009 around the love of music created by guitars and bonfires. The Union Grove Pickers are Tim Jewell on guitar and vocals, Josh Rick, mandolin and vocals, Aaron Castle, guitar and vocals, Meg DeBoer, vocals, and Travis Jameson on the stand-up bass. Here are the Union Grove Pickers and Windy.
3,
I'm lying on my back, it's a beautiful sunny day and I'm crying. The sun is high and yet I feel I'm dying. I was wrong and my love has gone away. It's windy, all that I can hear is you singing that song so clearly. How can I go on when I still love you dearly? And everything just reminds me of you. A columbine was my valentine, he breeds the monarch butterflies, and I don't know if you know that, but it's true. Well, my words are not a friend of mine, someone said it better 100 times, and I just know there's no getting over you. I don't know if you love them like I do. Well, my words are not a friend of mine, someone said it better 100 times, and I just know there's no getting over you. The house feels empty, the dogs keep waiting by the door. If you let me, I promise I will really try, please forgive me. Even though you've heard it 100 times before, even though you've heard it 100 times before, oh, well, I will love you 100 years or more.
Windy.
Canadian Michael Ralt and his band join us for a crazy Halloween session in Season 3. The guys really brought their psychedelic goodness, and a great time was had by the crew and the band alike. Michael currently resides in Montreal and has 3 full-length records to date. 2014's Still Not Sad, 2015's Living Daylight, and 2018's It's a New Day Tonight. Michael Ralt is Michael Ralt, vocals and guitar, Illy Barnes, drums, Matthew Aldred, guitar, and Evan Yushchenko, bass. Here is Michael Ralt with Nothing Means Nothing.
Count all the passing days. Try to live my life in all the given ways, but nothing means nothing. Nothing means nothing at all. Sounds like fractured light. Nothing. Every time I start to see the light, start to wonder why I just can't seem to get by. Now you see why I don't even try. 'Cause nothing means nothing. Nothing means nothing at all. Sounds like fractured light. Nothing. In the middle night, laid out flat back and dreaming. Come the morning light, takes on different meaning. Split. Raised by all my next of kin. Tortured by the thoughts of what I should have been, but nothing means nothing. Nothing means nothing at all. Sounds like fractured light. Nothing.
Be sure to keep up to date with White Wall Sessions news on all of our social media platforms.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. And remember, keep Sioux Falls loud.
The Claudettes are next. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Ben Hanton, founder of Ben's Brewing Company. At Ben's, we take great pride in supporting our community and our vibrant local art and music scenes. When visiting our lovely city of Yankton, stop by the tap room and sample one of our exquisitely handcrafted brews. We have over 15 to choose from. Remember to support live music and responsibly enjoy Ben's beer at these fine locations.
Good people drink Ben's beer.
Need to restring your very first guitar or have a family heirloom restored? You can trust J. Rick Music with any and all stringed instrument needs because we are the area's premier stringed instrument repair and restoration company. J. Rick Music offers guitar, violin, and amplifier repair, a violin family rental program, retail music lessons, and custom one-of-a-kind handmade instruments. You can easily locate us at 1016 West 41st Street in Sioux Falls. Reach us at jrickmusic.com.
The Claudettes are a four-piece jazz, blues, and rockabilly band from Chicago. The Windy City Foursome treated the audience to a remarkable session. The Claudettes have 5 full-length records to date. 2013's Infernal Piano Plot Hatched, 2015's No Hotel, 2017's Pull Closer to Me, 2018's Dance Scandal at the Gymnasium, and 2020's High Times in the Dark. The Claudettes are Johnny Iguana, piano, Barrett Ulseth, vocals, Zach Verdorn, bass and vocals, and Matt Torrey on drums. From Season 4, here are the Claudettes with Give It All Up for Good.
Nobody knows how to talk to each other these days. Nobody knows how to talk to each other these days. Hey, hey, hey. Everywhere I look now, everything is falling into place. Yeah, everywhere I look now, everything is falling into place. Hey, 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 hey. Everyone around me, everyone is going in lane. Tell you everyone around me, everyone is going in lane. Hey, 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 hey. Give it all up for good. 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 Hey, hey. Let me tell you this now, love is the sweatiest thing. Don't say it in one, your love is the sweatiest thing. Hey, 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 hey. Give it all up for good. 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 If you get down when you look around and hear lame sounds all around town, just pick yourself up and dust yourself off. When you get intensely upset by the set the bet's against you when you haven't even met him yet, just pick yourself up and dust yourself off and give it all up for good. Hey, hey, hey.
That was the Claudettes. You remember Johnny Iguana? I remember you and he had a great conversation in your interview.
Yeah, he has a real deep knowledge of the old blues guys, and that's something I've studied on too. So we kind of got lost talking about that stuff. But I'll tell you what, that guy's one of the best piano players I've ever heard in my entire life. And the bass player was a Brandon kid, as I recall, and yeah, that was a real spirited session, a lot of fun.
It was really
You
great.
bet.
Tough Roots is next. Stay tuned. Tough Roots is a 5-piece reggae band from right here in Sioux Falls. The members of Tough Roots come from very diverse musical backgrounds, but have all found a commonality in their love for reggae music. Tough Roots is Jordan Knopf, guitar and vocals, Juan Matos, guitar and vocals, Fayette Mashikpu, bass, Jonathan Baumgartner, sax, and Shane Campbell on drums. From Season 5, here's Tough Roots and Good Lovin'.
really need is good loving. All they really need is some loving. All they really need is good loving. All they really need is good loving. Faces all around me, and you frown like a bad dream, and it's full of ugly clowns. Lots of empty edges, and it's bitten through the town. But you know now you can wake up and be found in the wrong place, but knowing you're down, and they're dragging you down. Time to look up above and say, all they really need is some loving. All they really need is good loving. All they really need is some loving. All they really need is good loving. All they really need is good loving. All they really need is sound. All they really need is sound. All they really need is sound. All they really need is good loving. All they really need is some loving. Oh, yeah. All they really need is good loving. All they really need is some loving. All they really need is good loving. All they really need is good loving. Rains up in the cloud, we can come down. We're a dream team and we draw every crowd. Ending at the edge, then there's something to be proud. That you're profound, not as easy as it sounds. Put the smile on your face, spreading the love. You know life is too short, we all need that good love. All they really need is some love. All they really need is good love. And all they really need is some love. All they really need is good love. All they really need is good love. Yo, thank you.
That does it for tonight's show. Thanks for joining us.
Join us again next week for White Wall Sessions Classic, and remember to keep Sioux Falls loud.